Hi, I'm Sharjeel. Welcome to Travel Dairy. Today we head into the high valleys of northern Pakistan to talk about something every hiker needs water. I'll set the scene, share a memory, and give you a compact, usable checklist you can follow on a dawn walk or a one night camp. Alright, let's go. Picture this, it's just before sunrise. The air is sharp and cold. You round a bend and hear a thin, steady trickle. Moss glows green where it clings to stone, and a tiny pool catches the first pink light. You crouch and take that first sip. It's ice cold, clean, and somehow the day feels possible again. That small ritual is what we're protecting and teaching today.
I can feel that sip. Honestly, it wakes you faster than tea. Good water is the little miracle of any track.
In the next 5 minutes, you'll learn four things: how to find likely safe water, quick sensory tests to spot trouble, lightweight purification options for short trips, and how to behave respectfully around local springs. By the end, you'll have a checklist to tuck in your pack. Let me tell you a quick memory that frames the rest. A few years back, I wandered off a beaten path and found a narrow channel tucked behind a stand of wild rhubarb. I filled my bottle, took a gulp, and my throat tightened. Not from sickness, just an odd taste. Nearby, an old shepherd waved me away. That spring was used for his household, and upstream, a shepherd camp emptied washing water into a side stream. The lesson: look and ask before you drink, and prefer the true source where water first emerges from rock.
That story is gold. On overnight camps, I always say, find the source, not the puddle. Look for bubbling points, clear rivulets and clean vegetation. Willows, moss and sedges often mean moving groundwater. If the water smells off or you see scum or insects, move on.
Okay, practical steps for spotting water. First, listen. Moving water sounds different. A steady, crisp trickle and is usually safer than still pools. Second, look at the source. Springs where water wells out of the ground or rock are best. Third, read the plants, lush green strips and moss closer to the source point to continuously refresh water. Fourth, watch for local use. If villagers draw from a spring, ask permission and follow their lead. These sensory checks are quick, but remember, they're only preliminary.
A tiny tip from my kit. Always approach springs from downstream so you don't disturb the source. And if animals are grazing nearby, move further upstream to a cleaner spot.
Now, purification, because sensory checks are not a guarantee. For a day hike or an overnight, boil when you can. 1 minute at rolling boil at altitude is good practice. If you carry a filter straw, use it for immediate drinking. It's light and convenient. Tablets are small and effective. Follow the instructions and allow the full contact time. Emergency tricks. If you can't boil or filter, let water sit in clear sunlight in a transparent bottle for several hours. It helps, but it's not perfect. Each method has pros and cons. Boiling kills everything but needs fuel. Filters remove particulates and many pathogens but can clog. Tablets are lightweight but work differently on protozoa. Always favor redundancy. A filter plus tablets is reassuring on longer trips.
Remember maintenance. Flush filters after muddy water. Keep tablets dry and never store treated water in a dirty bottle. If taste is an issue, a quick rinse with boiled water or a squeeze of lime or a pinch of salt can help.
Respect is as important as safety. Some springs are communal and some are sacred. The locals may have first rights or rituals tied to a source. A simple greeting in Urdu or the local dialect, a nod, and a question like, may I fill my bottle, goes a long way. Don't block sluices, don't camp right on the spring head, and avoid washing dishes or clothes at a shared outlet. If in doubt, walk a few minutes to a marked public tap or ask a resident. Protect the source and you'll protect relationships.
Quick cultural note. Many valleys treat some springs with quiet reverence. A soft salam and a smile is never out of place. And always carry out any rubbish or packaging you bring in.
Recap checklist. Quick and memorable. 1. Find the source, not the puddle. 2. Listen and look. Moving, clear water and green banks are good signs. 3. Use proven purification, boil, filter, or tablets. 4. Ask permission and don't block springs. 5. Carry a spare liter and a compact filter or tablets for emergencies. Pack out rubbish, and if a spring looks stressed or heavily used, move to an established tap or campsite. For a downloadable checklist and road notes for the valleys we mentioned, visit our site travel-derry.example.com for maps and more detailed guidance. Subscribe to the show so you don't miss future episodes about gear, mountain driving, and simple campcraft. Ahan. Thank you for coming along today. Safe trails and clear water. Okay, that's Travel Derry for now. If you like this, do subscribe, leave a quick rating, and share with a friend heading to the hills. Until next time, take care and enjoy the valleys.